Good morning, respected ones. In another video, we started discussing different ways of knowing or different methods which we can make use for acquiring knowledge. We just told about imitation, sensation and perception, listening to experts, interacting with experts, clarifying our doubts by asking some people who have got more knowledge, observation, reading. I may add a few more points to these ways of knowing or ways or methods for acquiring knowledge. Another a significant way for knowing something is reasoning. Reasoning is reaching some conclusion by connecting different aspects of different pieces of knowledge which we have already got, which we have already acquired. You just connect 2 points and reach a new conclusion. And here you can get some knowledge without the assistance of any other person. For example, if you know A is greater than B and B is greater than C, then you can reach a conclusion that A is greater than C without getting any assistance from any other person. And this is an important point to be kept in mind by the teachers. And this is an important aspect in the case of learning to know, as put forth by UNESCO. So, when you teach something to your students, you should make them use their reasoning power. One of the most important duty of teachers is to help the students enrich their reasoning power. They should be able to think by connecting the already learned items, and they should be able to reach new conclusions. So reasoning is one of the most useful ways of knowing. Now comes the next one, discovery. Actually, human beings have got a tendency to search for something new. This is a quest in the minds of human beings. We always want to find new things. And because of this tendency of human beings, lots of discoveries have already occurred. You can see. So discovery is a significant method of getting new knowledge. You have to explore new meadows of knowledge. with a desire of finding out something new. But in the case of students, they may not be able to discover new things. But you can create a tendency of discovering new things in their future by creating an atmosphere where your students seem to be discovering something new even when they are learning some principles which have already been put forth by some other people. So whenever you are teaching something, instead of teaching each and everything, instead of explaining each and everything, just make them learn themselves by giving them useful instructions and assistance. You might have got the point because you might have already learned discovery learning theory by Jerome S. Bruner. Again, something by which you can make your students learn themselves. So discovery is a wonderful way of knowing. Now problem solving. We have discussed in another video that problems are a source of knowledge. And problem solving is a fantastic way of knowing new things. When you solve a problem, you have to go through different steps and phases. And during each and every step or phase, you would get some knowledge. And this knowledge will be lasting in your mind forever because we never forget problems and we never forget how we overcome problems. How we overcome problems. So I told in that video that you should welcome problems. Though you should not create problems or you should not invite problems, but when there are problems, you should welcome problems and you should try to solve problems yourselves. And again, if you are teachers, you should make your students solve their problems themselves by using the method of scaffolding. Because small children may not be able to solve all the problems themselves without getting the assistance from others or some MKOs, more knowledgeable others. But when there is a problem before the students, the teacher should not solve the problem without giving any opportunity for the students. The teacher can give some guidelines, the teacher can give some instructions and let them solve problems. And this problem solving skill will help them to be cool and relaxed whenever they have to face problems. They will get a confidence that they can solve any sort of problem in this world, though it needs some effort. So problem solving is an important way of knowing or a significant method which you can use. As teachers, you should make use of problem solving also as a method of teaching learning process. Now what is next? Experimentation. And see scientific experimentations. As I told, discovery is a way of learning, and sometimes you may have to make some experimentations to learn something new. Not only in the case of scientific principles, you can make experimentation in any aspect of our life. See, during some academic years, or during these academic years, I have tried to make use of different methodologies for teaching different things for my BS students. Actually, whenever I feel that I would make use of a new method for teaching something new, I never think about the success or failure. And each time I get new knowledge, and I get maybe some faults are there. Then by this fall, so from these faults we can get new knowledge, and next time when we try to make use of some other methodology for teaching something, then we will try to remove, or we will try to avoid such problems as much as possible. And in school classrooms, actually you can make use of experimentations inside the laboratories, and also will be creating some interest in your students, because experimentation is something interesting. Then performance or learning by doing, and this is a method introduced by naturalists and pragmatists. Instead of teaching some theory, at times making your students learn by doing or performing. For example, if you are teaching some ICT skills to your students, you would better bring them to the computer lab and make them sit before the computers and give some instructions and let them do everything, instead of teaching different items related to ICT in a general classroom theoretically. Some items can be learned only by doing, and skills also can be considered as a part of knowledge in the general case, though they are different. So learning by doing, and this is a marvelous method. We learn something only by doing. For example, we get some skills only by doing, or only through practices. Then comes discussion, a wonderful method. When there is discussion, you can get more points. There will be some collaboration of points. If a single topic is there, a single person might have got only a few points on that particular topic, but when there is discussion, all the people can share the points, and at the end of the discussion, each and every person participated in that discussion will be leaving the place by collecting 50 or 60 points. That is 10 times more than the points an individual had caught or had kept before the discussion. And discussion also gives you an idea on how to express your views, how to respect the views of others, how to keep some democratic nature in a group discussion. Also is a fantastic way of knowing or getting knowledge. Then comes browsing online. And now the time is the era of navigationism. Knowledge explosion is there. Lots of pages you can see or you can get on a single topic just by clicking your mouse. But you should know how to browse online. You should know how to use accurate keywords. You should know about different authentic websites and blog sites. You should know about the academic journals. You should know about the platforms which provide useful information such as Google Scholar, Procusto, EBSCO. And you should know how to verify the authenticity of knowledge which you are getting from some online platforms. And browsing online has become the most famous and the most significant way of knowing in this era of everything on the go. That is a fantastic thing. Now there is no need for visiting the libraries. There is no need for visiting the educational institutions. There is no need for visiting something like that. You can search online wherever you are, and you can get thousands of pieces of knowledge on each and every topic in this universe. So this is something about ways of knowing. I hope that you have got an idea, and you can add more points by thinking around you. Thank you very much.